Good morning. This is XPulse AI Morning Mix. It's Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Today, Anthropic inches toward a potential mega IPO, chip demand pushes TSMC to record revenue, and Meta turns the compute dial up to 5 gigawatts. Orion's here with me, ready to jump in?
Ready, let's do it.
Leading off, Anthropic and the public markets. What's the latest?
Yahoo Finance, citing Bloomberg, reported on July 15th that Anthropic has started arranging investor meetings as it prepares for a potential large IPO as soon as October. Bankers are reportedly doing outreach to institutional investors as Anthropic tries to monetize Claude and get ahead of some rivals in the listing wave.
What should people watch for between now and then?
Two signals. First, revenue quality, how durable Claude usage looks beyond pilots. Second, compute costs. Margins are the quiet boss fight for every model company. If Anthropic can show predictable spend and expanding enterprise contracts, the IPO story gets much easier to underwrite.
On the hardware side, TSMC just printed a big number. What did they report?
Build fast with A. I reported on July 14th that Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company posted record second quarter revenue of about $39.62 billion, up roughly 36% year over year. The driver is AI chip demand, orders tied to customers including Nvidia and Apple.
Does this change the chip scarcity narrative at all?
It reinforces it. When TSMC is growing like that, it usually means leading-edge capacity is spoken for, not suddenly plentiful. The broader read, the AI buildout is still being constrained by fabrication and packaging throughput, not just who can design the best accelerator.
Meta is also going bigger, literally. What's happening with Hyperion?
AI Business Weekly reported on July 14th that Meta is expanding its Hyperion data center project in Louisiana from 2 gigawatts to 5 gigawatts, taking total investment past $50 billion. It also includes more than $1 billion in local infrastructure spending and long-term tax incentives.
5 gigawatts. How should we picture that?
It's small city power, not new laptop charger. The point is straightforward. Meta is buying long-duration compute advantage. When a company locks in power, land, and grid work at this scale, it's basically saying AI capacity is core product, not a line item.
Let's shift to China's model race. DeepSeek is back in the funding headlines. What did we learn?
TechCrunch reported on July 14th that DeepSeek is in talks to raise roughly $1.5 billion at about a $71 billion valuation, with a possible 2027 IPO in view. The report notes a recent $7 billion round that valued it around $50 billion.
What's the strategic angle with their stack?
DeepSeek's cloud services are said to run on domestically available chips. That matters because it's a different optimization target, less about best-in-world Nvidia access, more about scaling models efficiently on what you can reliably source. If they keep improving quality per watt, it's a serious competitive lever.
Back to the US startup scene. Reflection AI just bought itself a lot of compute. What's the deal?
TechCrunch reported on July 14th that Reflection AI signed a $1 billion agreement with Nebius to secure large-scale compute capacity, including access to Nvidia's latest chips. It's positioned as part of Reflection's push to develop and release an open-source model with a reported pre-money valuation around $25 billion.
Is this the new normal? Sign first, model later?
More common, yes. Compute is becoming a long-term procurement strategy, not a spin-up-some-instances decision. When you see billion-dollar capacity deals, it signals two things. Investors believe distribution is coming, and founders don't want to be last in line when GPUs are rationed.
A few more stories worth your attention before you start your day.
TechCrunch on July 15th says Indian AI coding startup Emergent raised $130 million at a $1.5 billion valuation, claiming about $120 million annualized revenue and over 200,000 paying customers. Also TechCrunch on July 15th, Anthropic and Blackstone back Ode, which sends forward-deployed engineers on site to help enterprises implement AI.
Staying with trust and infrastructure, what else moved?
Storyboard 18 reported on July 16th that Elon Musk pledged to open source X's codebase after Grok privacy allegations, though timing is unclear. Bloomberg on July 15th reports Wall Street is leaning on leveraged loans to finance the AI buildout, pointing to a large QTS deal as a template.
And on the keeping the lights on side of AI?
Nikkei Asia reported on July 14th that Nvidia and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries are exploring cooperation on data center cooling and power management. Business Insider on July 15th added that Jensen Huang still intervenes to allocate scarce GPUs internally at Nvidia. When even Nvidia argues over GPUs, the shortage is very real.
That's Xpulse AI Morning Mix from Xpulse for Thursday, July 16th, 2026. Share it with someone who'd find it useful. See you next time.